Most of the ocean is a lightless world, and that's where some of Earth's biggest, strangest animals hide. We'll meet deep-sea giants you'll likely never see, colossal squids heavier than a grizzly, whales that hold their breath longer than a movie, and colonial creatures longer than a blue whale. Start with the heavyweight, the colossal squid. It's bulkier than the more famous giant squid, with rotating hooks on its arms and the largest eyes known in the animal kingdom. Those eyes are tuned to pick up tiny sparks of bioluminescence, especially the outline of a hunting sperm whale. Giant squid get longer overall, but colossal squid are denser, colder water bruisers. When we find them, it's usually by accident, caught by Antarctic toothfish fleets or hauled up dead. Their rival in the dark is the sperm whale, the only whale that routinely dives a mile or more to hunt. Scars on their faces map a lifetime of wrestling with big squids. Sperm whales navigate the black using clicks, sonar pings that can travel kilometers. They sculpt sound into a searchlight and sweep the midnight zone for echoes shaped like dinner. Even deeper roam beaked whales. One Cuvier's beaked whale stayed down for over 3 hours and reached depths nearing 3 kilometers. They dive in silence and surface briefly. That's why new species are still being described, sometimes from a single skull washed ashore. Length isn't the only way to be a giant. Meet Praya dubia, a siphonophore, a colony made of many specialized bodies that act as one. Stretched out, it can be longer than a blue whale. Picture a living string of modules. Some float, some sting, some eat. Together they form a drifting superorganism with a glowing spiral like a slow comet. Another ghost is the jelly Stygiomedusa gigantea, a crimson cloak with ribbon-like arms recorded only a handful of times. Those broad arms likely envelop prey quietly, like curtains sweeping plankton. Now to a myth come to life, the oarfish, the longest bony fish, a silver ribbon that can reach the length of a bus. Oarfish live deeper than most fish we know, but they're not abyssal hunters. They ride internal waves and feed on tiny drifters, proof that giant doesn't always mean predator. For true oddity, meet Magnapinna, the bigfin squid. Arms and tentacles dangle like fibers, held at sharp elbows that make it look sketched with a ruler. Each filament may be 10 times body length, grazing the water to snare passers-by. It's a patient trap, not a chase. Giantism can also mean thickness and cold. Bathynomus, the giant isopod, is a deep-sea relative of pillbugs, armored and unhurried. It scavenges whale falls, fish heads, anything that drifts down. In the deep, calories are rare currency, and moving slowly is a survival plan. At hydrothermal vents, the giants are stationary. Riftia pachyptila, the giant tube worm, grows taller than a person with no mouth, no gut. It farms bacteria inside for all its food. Those bacteria oxidize chemicals from the vents, turning geology into biology. Where sunlight fails, chemistry feeds entire neighborhoods. Not all giants are huge by length. Greenland sharks are heavy, slow giants that sometimes cruise the deep. They grow for decades and may live for centuries in the cold. Six-gill sharks are more overtly deep-sea, big, muscular, often gliding along canyon walls at dusk before dropping into the black. Deep giants push engineering too. Remotely operated vehicles and autonomous robots are our eyes. Red lights, sensitive cameras, and quiet thrusters make the difference between seeing and scaring. We've learned to ride with whales using suction cup tags that record depth and sound. They reveal spiral descents, rapid buzzes before strikes, and exhausted ascents. Even our best machines struggle with pressure. At 3,000 meters, every square centimeter of hull feels hundreds of kilograms. Materials flex, batteries drain, and signals fade. That's why many discoveries are still lucky glimpses. A red sheet of jelly drifting into view. A big fin ghost pausing in a robot's lights. A whale's silhouette passing like a moon. Life down there grows slowly, breeds rarely, and wastes nothing. Energy budgets are tight. Bodies become balloons, oil-filled, gelatinous, or armored. Whatever saves fuel and buys time. Giant size helps. Being big slows heat loss, stores energy, and discourages attacks. It also lets animals cruise efficiently through endless night in search of the next meal. But giants also depend on small things. The rain of marine snow feeds the deep food web. A whale fall becomes a city. Cameras linger and add new clues each year. Yet the deep keeps its secrets. And maybe that's the fitting end. The largest unknowns are a short boat ride away straight down.